What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Devil's Advocate, the live stream. Welcome, welcome. Hope you guys had a good Memorial Day. Good start to the week. Hope you guys are doing well. Let's see. Some channel talk. Thank you for the support. I am very happy that I've reached 2,500. It's a nice round number, so I'm very happy that I've reached that. It's amazing. My goal, my dream or whatever, is reaching 5K by the end of the year. That is what I'm hoping for. We'll see. Whether it happens or not, I'm still very thankful for all the help, all the support, I'm very, very thankful for it. So, I've been watching like a whole bunch of I'm gonna show you this guy that he does debates, and I guess it's to maybe fuel my intellect or help me understand and talk a little better. But it's not gonna. I'm terrible at talking. I'm long-winded. I had a comment that said maybe I should try. I could probably condense things to a shorter form. It is what it is. I'm long-winded. I kind of repeat myself. I stutter. Whatever. It is what it is. But anyway, what I'm saying is that I was watching this guy, and he said something that made me wanted to talk about it. So let's check this part out for a little bit.
Worst poverty.
Oh, this guy is Andrew Wilson from The Crucible. I'm really he's religious guy, a Christian. I'm not religious. Our views may coincide, but the basis for our views are different. His is based on religion. Mine is based on personal morality. So, but I like his logic. So let's check this clip out.
Situations. It's not a bar for having a family. The messaging that can come from Christianity only can cross this threshold and Rubicon with the red pill if we have an embrace of patriarchy. That's it. It's the only way. I still haven't actually heard any descriptors of the red pill that you disagree with. What are they?
Oh, I told you it's the push for the promiscuity, because we also have an overlap with what seems to be the pickup artist mentality, where we have people like Fresh and Fit going on sugar baby sites, right, and sleeping with all of these women.
Yeah, the push towards promiscuity is something which I push back on more than most, but that's not red pill. Just because you're a pickup artist, think of the red pill as a data packet. Inside of the data packet is a ton of information. You can utilize it how you see fit. Can you utilize it for the purposes of nefarious manipulation? Yes. Can you also utilize it for the purposes of help building men up and men's advocacy? Yes. You can't lay at the feet of the red pill the fact that some pickup artists and some people push towards promiscuity. That's not a red pill ideology. Red pill is simply information. That's it. It's descriptive truths which are given out into the ethos, and you can do what you want with those descriptive truths. I've not actually ever heard, and I've been on Fresh and Fit, and I have tangled with Myron on this, and he has told me to my face, yes, it's degenerate behavior. Yes, promiscuity is bad. Yes, promiscuity should be rejected if we had a moral society. Andrew, what are Christians going to do to reach out in order to make sure we have a moral society again? In this case, when I ask you, right, you are telling the degens to get married, which is insane, right?
That's not my prescription to have a more moral society, is to just get married. That's absolutely not it.
It was it. I caught you in a contradiction on it already. That you're advocating as bad a sin as they are. What is the distinction between them saying?
So it's just a small thing where he was talking about the idea of red pill. This is a thing where people, let's say, the biggest creators in the sphere, right? You get like Fresh and Fit. You get like Pearl, right? Just pearly things. Or things like that. Even, let's say, Kevin Samuels, whatever. I've always, my personal opinion, and I've said this other times on my channel, is that my true belief, red pill, manosphere, all these things are just, like he kind of says, information. Let's say it's just information given to men. Like how, let's say you hear the thing where 80% of women are going after 20% of men. Things like that. Now, at the end of the day, I've always believed that red pill is just information given to men. And it's what you see fit. But also, big thing for me, how I view red pill has turned into, is that it's the support of men. It is the support, the acknowledgement that men are suffering. And it's the support that trying to, however they may see fit, help men, right? And one of the things I've always said is just being the best version of yourself. Now, yes, we have people, let's say like Fresh and Fit, how they say don't get married or have sex with a lot of women. But I've always felt like Fresh and Fit have always geared towards, yes, you know, average men of whatever, I view them, but I've always felt that their ideology has always geared towards the top percent of men. In my opinion, most men, average men, they're not looking to have sex with multiple women or just continuously play the field, be players, be bad boys, whatever. They're not. I believe honest men, average men, most men, they're just looking for one woman that will love them, cherish them, be there for them, be loyal to them, want to be with them, marry that woman or be in a long-term committed relationship with that woman. Because in my opinion, most men, they hate dating. Dating is tiresome. I honestly believe only the top men or top 20% of men, the men that are like attractive to most women, because most women find most men unattractive. So, which is honestly, another red pill ideology, but you do with what you will. I've always said this: never make one person or a bunch of person, like put them on a pedestal, say that they're God or their word is the Bible. Okay? So I never do it. Like for me, I've always liked Kevin Samuels, but I'm not going to say that I'm going to follow everything he says or everything he does or everything he did. No, that's not me. And that should not be anybody, especially no man, even woman. You shouldn't just pedalize people. You shouldn't just make their words as God, in my opinion. So you hear all this information, you implement it, you process it, and then you implement it how you see fit into your life. One of the things all the information that you hear from other creators, what I've always done is that I take all this information, process it, and try to be the best version of myself, right? The maturity, the not to be a simp, whatever, things like that. So I've always felt this, like you always hear people saying red pill is Fresh and Fit. Red pill is like, the pearly things. It's not. Now is these people using the information that that can pertain to red pill, stuff like that, and they're using it how they see fit. I don't think that creators are necessarily the end all to be all of what is the manosphere or men's talk thing. Honestly, like I said, at the end of the day, it's just men supporting other men, in my opinion, or people supporting men, people pushing men to be the best version of themselves, people showing the suffering, the issues, the struggles of men. That's what I always felt like, in my personal opinion, is this whole red pill stuff. So I just wanted to talk with that. You always hear, like I said, I've heard it, when I'm watching this guy, right? I've been hearing it lately about people just because they put society or internet put these few creators on a pedestal, making them like, oh, they are the image of red pill or of men's talking. They are the biggest, but I wouldn't say that they are, what it means to be red pill or stuff like that. So it was just a thought I was having, and I wanted to talk about it a little bit because at the end of the day, we as society don't talk enough about the things that men are suffering from, the issues that happen to men or men are suffering from. We always talk about how women feel, the issues of women, but we ignore the issues of men. We don't care, right? Something that I've always lived by is that even men don't care about other men. So of course women could care less about men. So that's the thing. Society could care less about men. So that's something I wanted to brush upon and just, talk a little bit about. But anyway, let's get the live going.
You ready, Boo?
Okay, so this live, I wanted to show, I guess, the selfishness of women. How, honestly, women only think about themselves. And maybe sometimes they use the idea of women to just pretty much focus on themselves. It's about them. So they use all their talking points, all their ideas, all their actions. It's just about themselves. So probably I will most likely talk about that throughout this live. How selfish women are. So let's get started with this Kendra G reaction.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I can still hear that. I can still hear that other guy talking. It's like a delay.
Maybe it's a delay. Yeah. He's not on anymore.
Okay, I hear it now. Okay.
Is your name Teresa?
It's Teresa, but you can call me Teresa. I go by both.
It's Teresa. That's how you say it?
Yes.
Teresa?
Teresa, yes.
Teresa, yes. Where you coming from, love?
Originally from Memphis, but I live in the DMV, Washington, D.C. area right now.
Okay. How old are you, Mama?
I'm 51.
Okay, 51. What's your zodiac sign?
I don't.
I like to always say this, just in case if the audience haven't watched my videos before. I've said this time and time again. As women age, they become bigger red flags, especially within the dating market. Because you got to ask, why, when I believe dating is easy for women. So if it's so easy for women, there will always be men that will want women. Whether women are old or young, ugly or pretty, fat or skinny, whatever, there will always be men that will want them. Always. So if it's so easy, why are you still in the dating market? Especially later on in life. I've said this before. Either or both, women are attracted to or they attract terrible men, which is a red flag, or they're hard to deal with, which is definitely a red flag. And a lot of times it's both. So most likely it's not going to get easier. Her personality or her preferences or her traits, whatever, it just gets more solidified as time goes on. So 51, she's who she is. She's not going to change. So she's just as hard.
By zodiac sign, I'll just say my birthday is November 22nd.
Okay, it's fine if you don't believe in zodiacs. Do you have any kids?
Yes, I have a 26-year-old son and a 17-year-old daughter.
Okay. Both by the same man?
No, my husband. The first one is by my husband. And my second child is. I dated him for 3 years. We never got married though.
Okay. And so Teresa, DMV, 51, 20, minor 2 children, married once. And what do you do for a living?
51, 2 kids by 2 different men. Couldn't make a marriage work. Dated a man for 3 years. Gave him a child. Gave a child to a man that you couldn't make a long-term relationship work.
I'm an attorney for the government, and I own my own veterans consulting business.
So attorney for the government, and you own your own veteran government business?
No, veteran consulting business.
Veteran consulting business. Okay. And I think I got it all. So Teresa, 51, DMV area, minor 2, married once, attorney for the government, and owns her own veteran consulting business. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
Okay, so I'm 5'8", so I'm kind of tall, for a little bit more than average. I like a tall guy. But I would love someone who, number one, has a personal relationship with God, that they have a prayer life, that they are able to pray over the relationship, not just me praying for the relationship, but that we pray together.
I've said this before. Crazy ass red flag. How can women, and women constantly do this, and that's why a lot of men have left the church or, call hypocrisy on the church. How can you want a man of God when you show how little you follow God's teaching? God doesn't really, he doesn't really condone divorce. It's, it is a forever kind of vow. Second, a child of a wedlock with her second child. Like, seriously, like, no one's perfect, right? No one's perfect. But this is the issue. When you ask for a man of God, God-fearing, whatever, a religious man, yet women constantly, majority of the time, show how little they actually follow God's teachings. It is mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. So this is why I said, don't ask for a man that's a man of God when really you don't follow God's teachings. How about just ask for a loyal man, a morally sound man? That's it, right? Because honestly, the hypocrisy does not look good on women.
That's number one. He's got to have a sense of humor, because if he looks at my IG page, I have this character I play that's called Uncle Frankie. And Uncle Frankie has a way of doing Bible studies that's kind of comical. So
wait, you
kind
have
of funny sense of humor.
Wait, hold on. You play a character on Instagram?
Yeah, I'm an amateur. I do stand-up comedy too. From being in this tournament. It's a hobby though. It's a hobby.
You're an attorney for the government and a stand-up comedian?
I'm an amateur stand-up comedian. Yeah. I've done DC Improv in November last year.
Okay. So what did you say about that? How did we get there? What did you say about that again?
I'm doing comedy because I started doing this character called Uncle Frankie. It's me with a beard and mustache and afro and gold teeth. And Uncle Frankie takes Bible scriptures, and kind of flips them on end and makes them into funny scriptures. It's real biblical verses. It's Bible verses, but I turn them into kind of funny stuff.
So you want a man that has a sense of humor?
Oh, he's got to have a sense of humor.
Okay. Keep going. What else do you desire?
I prefer 6 feet above because I'm tall. I love if he would be able to be
already a rare, not rare, but above average man in height.
A genuinely caring person. I have left a date before when the guy is rude to a server, because if you're rude to the server, you're going to eventually be rude to me. That's just in your nature. Respectful of anybody, not too high on the high horse. You know, I don't care what your job is, as long as you're good at what you do. You don't have to make a certain income, because I know that's one of the questions. If you're able to take care of the things you want and the things you need without sacrificing and struggling, then that's good.
Okay. So that was one of your deal breakers.
I have a list of deal breakers.
Okay, let's get to the deal breakers.
Okay, deal breaker. If you can effectively communicate your feelings in a positive way, that's a deal breaker. Meaning, even when we disagree, you need to be able to positively or communicate that you don't agree with me without screaming and yelling. Every disagreement doesn't have to be an argument. I already said that no personal relationship with Jesus Christ is a deal breaker. Being rude, talking crap about your exes.
I wish Kendra would really question that, because didn't you have a child out of wedlock, and then you talk about Jesus Christ.
If you do that, you're gonna end up doing that to me too. That just shows me the kind of person you are. You were with the person, you chose to be with that person, not talking about them. But that was your choice. So don't come talk to me about how much you hate your exes and how much they're jokes. Okay. So smoking cigarettes or weed, that's a no. Refusing to heal from your childhood traumas when you know that your traumas from childhood are why you have relationship issues. If you're willing to address them, confront them, and heal from them, we can work through it together. But if you don't blame everybody else for all your problems, you're not ready. You're not ready. You can't be unemployed. Now that's different than being retired or being a business owner. Because being a business owner, you're not unemployed. You own your own business. Being retired, you're not unemployed. You're retired. But if you don't have a job at all, so sorry, Charlie. Me no can do. No. I already said no sense of humor. That's a no-go.
Okay. What about now? You already mentioned. How tall are you, Tyree?
5'8".
5'8".
You can say Teresa. It's okay. Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't mean have to look a certain way.
He has got to have nice teeth. He does not have to, look a certain way. But these right here, they have to look right. They have to look right.
Okay, so you gotta have nice teeth. What about money? Should he make a certain amount of money?
If it's 74, not necessarily. If you're able to comfortably pay all your bills, take care of yourself, and then if you want to do something nice for me, you don't have to work like 5 million hours of overtime to do something nice. You can take trips, you can do things like that. So that's
okay. All right.
That's still like an echo. I still hear an echo.
I don't hear one.
Okay.
Do you have me on in 2 places?
I'm sorry?
Do you have it on like the television or 2 devices?
This is my first time doing this, so I might have it in the background on my phone. I only have one. Yeah.
Okay.
But I can deal with it. I'll just listen slowly.
Okay. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Okay. Okay, this is my art room, so there's some art in the background. Just ignore that. And put the camera on here. Okay.
Okay, looks like you're in good shape. All right. Okay. We see you, girl. You look good. You look good. Come back to the phone, honey.
Okay.
You always can tell when people know they look good. They do the Kendra Camp extra long. So we got Teresa, DMV. Do you want to be in a DMV area?
I prefer that. I mean, I'm retired from an airline, but I'm not trying to use my airline benefits. If you are far away, I need you to make the effort to get to me. That's the choice you make. If you know where I am, you make that choice.
Hold on. You said he's far away. What'd you say?
I have retired from United Airlines, so I have flight benefits, but I don't want you to depend on those benefits to come see me, because if you know where I am and you're far away, that means you have chosen to make the effort to come see me.
This is the thing. Here's a woman that's 51, beyond hit the wall. 2 kids by 2 different men. One, a divorce, divorced. One out of wedlock. Requires a man that's 6 foot and above. Requires a man to be religious, which the hypocrisy in there. And then say that the man has to show the only effort. She's not flying to you. You should be going to her. And this is the problem where women are still in their later years and still in the dating market. In their later years of life and still in the dating market because they show no effort. The selfishness. It's all about them. Women. It's all about women. This is the thing with so many women. Why essentially they have to be happy being alone, because if the man is not going to show the effort, is not going to do the effort, well, that's it. Because women's not going to do anything to show actual effort. They're not going to do anything to actually make something happen. No, because women always believe, which is kind of insanity in their 50s, that their beauties or whatever, men should come to them. Men should do the effort towards them. Because what? They're women. But sometimes women don't understand. Men put the effort in for beauty and body. Here's a woman that's much older. Unless the man is like 70, I don't know, 60, it's like, why would he put so much effort when he's not gonna, what is he gonna get kind of effort in return? It's just ridiculous that is just another showing how selfish women are. Because even when dating, they put so little effort. And this is like the thing, career women that has focused or established a career, they put so much time and effort, their education, their career, so much time and actual physical effort into their career and stuff. But when it comes to men dating, no, they take a back seat to their own dating life.
Okay, so if he's far away, he has to be willing to come fly to you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you're 51. What's the age range you would date?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
What's the age range you would date? You're 51.
I'm 48 to 61, somewhere around there.
Okay. All right, boo. Did I ask you when was your last relationship?
December 2020. I was engaged and it didn't work out.
Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm going to ask, when's the last time you was intimate with someone?
November 2020.
2020. So 4 years ago almost.
Yeah, I don't do randoms or set casual hookups. I don't do that. I mean, I'm a Christian. I believe in what's supposed to happen, what's not supposed to happen in a relationship. So I'm not looking to date just to date. I'm looking to date to be married because that's the goal.
Really? Because you have one child already shows that that's a lie. Your one child is proof that that's a lie.
So are you also not going to have sex until you're married?
That is the preference. That is the preference. Yeah.
Okay. So the preference.
At 51, she has all these standards and requirements, which is, it is what it is. It's fine. But women don't understand. They cannot self-reflect. Here's a woman that cannot view why is she still in the dating market? Because they can't self-reflect. Like I've said, she's either attracted to or attract terrible men, because plenty of relationships that has not, lasted through the test of time. And obviously, you can tell, in my opinion, she's hard to deal with. Because all these standards, yeah, what has it gotten you? It's gotten, you're still in the dating market. So really, do you qualify for these standards? I beg to differ. I beg to differ. For a 51-year-old woman still saying marriage is on the table, or I'm not going to have sex until marriage, is absolute insanity. Because I'm not, this is the thing. I am a proponent for marriage if you are going to have a child with that woman. Because this is the thing. Even at 51, they can still divorce you and take your shit. Whether they take all, half, whatever, they can still take your shit. They can still divorce you. So really, what is the benefit? What is the benefit of marrying a woman like this? Really zero. There's zero benefit. I mean, being in a relationship with her, whatever, I guess. But there's no better, you're not going to get more benefit for marrying a woman like this. She does not qualify for marriage. Plain and simple.
Is not to have sex until you're married. And your age range again is 48. So what age range you want to date?
61. I would do 61. I'll do 10 years older, 61.
Okay. So the goal is celibacy until marriage. What are 3 flaws you have to work on?
Did write things down too. I need to work on patience because I have kind of zero time for BS. Like I said, I got up in the middle of a date and just like, this is over. You don't need to have a second date. I don't need to call you again. I just like, so.
That's something it adds to my talking point about as women age, they become bigger red flags. The walls are one of the most annoying things about dealing with women with life experience. The walls. Because of all the BS that other men that they choose to deal with, right? All the BS of other men that they choose to deal with have now affected them and built all these walls that now you, as a amazing man, a man that's like she's now putting so much standards on you and you supposedly meet, you so amazing that now you have to climb, destroy, go through these walls. Women don't understand, like that's why I'm saying, like, they expect so much effort from men with so little in return.
You need to work on getting a poker face because a lot of times when people say stuff, my face will say what I'm thinking before my mouth will say anything. So I have to work on that. That's something I really need to work on. And making healthier food choices. It's not really, crucial one, but to help be at my age at 51, making healthier food choices. Because I'm from the South. I'm from Memphis. You had a lady out here from Memphis one time that said she had a speech in. That's just how people from Memphis talk. That is not true. I grew up in Memphis. No, ma'am. No, sir. She lied. That is not how people from Memphis talk. Some of us know how to make a subject and verb agree. But anyway, digress. I love like macaroni and cheese, dressing, and I cook. So the problem is I cook like I'm from the South. Eat like I'm from the South, but my metabolism is not from the South anymore. It has slowed down. So I have to watch what I eat now so that I can be healthy.
Okay. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Yeah, I wrote that down too. Loyalty, I'm almost loyal to a fault until I recognize BS. I'm very supportive.
You're loyal until you recognize BS. Is that actual loyalty? I'm loyal until I don't feel like being loyal anymore. How is that loyalty? It's like, it's such counterintuitive. It's like, I'm loyal until I'm not loyal anymore. Until I don't want to be with you. A failed marriage, obviously failed relationship, a failed engagement. It's like, again, if these men that one, a man that she married couldn't work out, two, another man that she gave a child to couldn't work out, three, a man that she got engaged to couldn't work out, where's the proof that all these three high level responsibilities, high level of commitment couldn't work out? How can another man be confident in your loyalty? And seriously, loyalty should be automatic. That is the base right there. That is the bar. That's where the bar starts. That doesn't make you special. That doesn't make you desirable that you're loyal. Because in a relationship, that is where the bar starts. Being loyal. This is the thing with women thinking, oh, the bar's in hell when it comes to men. But no, women don't even know the bar, where the bar actually starts. Being a good person, being loyal, that is where the bar starts. Period. Anyone and everyone that's in a relationship, in a monogamous, committed relationship, should automatically be loyal. So really, that doesn't make you special. That doesn't make you more desirable to be with.
If you have a dream, if you have a goal that you want to reach, if you want to open your own business, because I'm an attorney, I know how to set up the contracts and do policies and things like that, and set up business. So I can help you get to where you want to be, but you got to want it more than I want it for you. So
building with a man. A 50-year-old woman is talking about building. And before she talked about building, she said she wanted a man that's stable, a man that can take care of his own, that's not struggling. So here's a man that's in his late 40s or 60s, thinking that he's still building. I'm sorry, she wouldn't even want that kind of man, because is that man all that stable in his later years, still building himself? Because most likely, if you haven't built yourself by 60, you're never gonna do. So this is the insanity of women. If you want to build, like, you require a man to be already stable, doesn't require help, can go on trips, can whatever. He's already at least at a state in his life that he's fine with. This is his life. This is the insanity of women. At 51, you're talking about building with somebody. It's absolute insanity. The man that you married and then divorced, that man you should have built with. The man that you gave another child to, that's the man you should have built with. Not when you're in your early 50s. Talking about building is absolutely absurd.
Although I'm independent, I can be submissive in a sense that not like I'm not gonna let you walk over me, but I will let you lead. You can lead. I prefer a man to lead spiritually, financially, emotionally, but you need to be a leader, not be a follower.
Does she put off a personality that will follow your lead? She even said one of the things she got to fix is patience, right? And what she said, she will be loyal to you until she sees the BS, whatever, until she doesn't want to be loyal to you anymore. Here, this is what I said. At 51, she's set in her ways. Women like this, I'm sorry, as women age, they cannot be led. As women age, they cannot be led because they are set in their ways. Especially single women. They have lived their life or done things for years on their own without a man to lead them. So really, women like this are difficult. And the absolute absurdity to want a leader type man. No. This is the thing. At 51, you're still single, you should ask for a partnership. A man that just has his own, takes care of his own, doesn't need help, is a partner. That's it.
I'm not looking for your pocket. That's not because I got pockets of my own. But I will expect you to be the man that I would like you to be. If you want to show chivalry, if you want to be the leader, show me the leader. Do those things that leaders do.
Okay. Okay. Let's do it. So we got Teresa, DMV 51, mom to two. She is attorney for the government, a veteran consultant. She has her own veteran consultant business, also a amateur stand-up comedian. Wants a man with good sense of humor. Also, goal is to be celibate until marriage. She's seeking marriage again. She was married before. All right, baby girl, how can the guy reach out to you?
On Instagram.
Overt, I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. Said question, how come you have a list of deal breakers, but not a list of flaws about yourself that you need to work on? Question number 2, would you date a man who is financially celibate?
Financially celibate? What does that mean?
I don't even know how to answer that. I can answer that. Well, let me explain to you what it is, and then you can answer it. You know how you said you're celibate until marriage? Like you don't want to have sex until you're with your husband?
Okay.
Some men feel as though women want to get wife treatment, as in the way they spend their money, which would be the way they would spend their money on their wife.
Well, he's not the one for me. He can't be financially celibate. The first.
What? The absurdity! The absurdity! The selfishness! The pure and utter selfishness! The question is, would you date a man who is financially celibate, i.e., he's not going to spend money on you until you're married? Because you said you are not going to have sex until you're married. What did she say? No. No. So, she's expecting of him spending money on her, contributing to her, and yet, what does he get in return? Because, again, she wants a man that's stable. She doesn't seem like a woman that will pay for dates or pay for a man or whatever, pay for a trip, whatever. So really, what does a man get? Her time? This is the absolute insanity. The utter audacity to think your time is worth more than another person's time. Your time is only worth something to you, not to somebody else. Absolute, utter selfishness.
This question about the list of deal breakers, you asked me for 3 flaws. I have more flaws. You only asked me for 3.
Did you give me all 3?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Patience.
Okay.
Need to work on my patience with people. My poker face, I got to learn to control it, the effects my face makes before my words come out of my mouth. I said making healthier eating habits, healthier choices with my food.
Okay. And for clarity, he cannot be financially celibate.
He cannot be financially celibate. I don't know if you're going to be compatible with me. If you're going to hold back and not believe, no, that's not somebody I would be interested in.
Okay.
What? So that means it's fine that he doesn't know that if you're going to be sexually compatible to him. That is fine. That is fine. God. I'm sorry. I'm being emotional. But women like this shit on men. You are spitting on men. You're spitting on men. You're spitting in men's face. You're saying like, this is what you deserve. Men, this is what you deserve. Right here. I'm sorry. I get emotional. I'm a human being. Human beings can have emotions, right? I'm emotional when women treat men like garbage. This is treating men like garbage. I will be celibate where you won't get sex from me because let's admit it. Let's not beat around the bush. One of the few things men actually get from women, sex. One of the few things men don't get a whole lot from women. The few things men get from women, sex. She won't give it. But she's expected to get so much from men. The effort. Because, again, she expects you to come to her, fly to her, meet her, take her out on dates. The money men have to spend. He has to be high, morally sound, has to be tall, over 6 foot or 6 foot. It's like women they have so much standards for men, yet they give men so little. And you know what? Not just give men so little, but you while you're giving men so little, you also shit on them. Because you do not expect the same treatment. Like, what does a man get from her? Loyalty? She has obviously she's 51. Obviously she's been through a whole lot of failed relationships, but already 3. A marriage that didn't work, a baby daddy that didn't last long, what is it? Proposal or a fiance that didn't work out. Loyalty out the window.
He's not.
Say it again.
Celibate to me is not having sex, not engaging in intercourse. So if your pockets are having intercourse, I don't even understand. But I get what you're saying. The person saying that financial celibate.
Teresa, let me explain to you because you say you don't understand it. So rightfully so, you're saying you will date a man, but sex is not an option unless he becomes your husband, correct?
Yes. That is the plan, yes.
That is the plan.
Now, I'm going to try my best to that plan, but that's the plan.
Okay. Now, as we know, most men are expected to be the providers, to be the courtship, to spend their money. So men are expected to take you out on dates and to pay on the dates. Men are expected to invest in you financially in hopes of maybe we'll go to the next step. So what he's trying to imply, since you don't want to have sex, would you date a man who does not want to spend money on you because he's practicing financial celibacy until he actually has a wife? That's what he's trying to say.
Okay, so my understanding of that explanation is that my vagina is tied to a price tag, and that's a no.
Your vagina is tied to marriage, while his wallet is tied to marriage. It's not a price tag. This is the thing with women. Absolute insanity. Fine. It's like, I'm sorry. Maybe the emotions get into my head. This is the absurdity of women. Where women like this think that their vagina is tied to a price tag. Yet you equate men as wallets. Because again, she wouldn't date a man that's not financially invested in her. So really that's the importance of this is the absolute hypocrisies and utter selfishness. And women like this don't even see it. And that is why, again, I've said it. Why women like this, no duh, they're still single.
I mean,
that's what I say. If he's going to be, so what I hear is, if I don't give up sex, you're not going to take me on dates and do things. That's what I hear that meaning. And so that's okay. If that's that person's choice, that's okay with them. I'm just not okay with that.
Well, I mean, listen, we're grown. We know that. Yeah. Listen, first of all, I do believe in relationship sex. I don't think you should be. And the reason I believe in relationship sex or marital sex or committed relationship sex is because that's what most women desire. And what happens when you don't have committed sex, you might have a connection with a person who you're never going to have a relationship with. So instead of even falling down that role, just get your commitment before you give up your cookies. I believe in that. But on the flip side, we do know men are out here. I mean, everything a man is doing for most women is because of the vagina. Like why would he pay for dinner? Why would he take you out? Why would he not do those things if that was never something he was going to receive? He's not, unless he's into men and he's courting men that way. So I understand what you're saying, as in you shouldn't be obligated to have sex with a man that's paying for you. And I agree with that. But I think to not know that that's what he wants is kind of crazy.
I can respect that opinion.
Okay, either way, child. It is what it is. She's celibate, and that's what it is. Okay, I think you have enough.
And you know what? This is the thing. I'm fine with this insanity as long as women don't complain. At 51, I hope she don't complain why she's still single. This is the thing where I step in, where most women who are suffering from failures in the dating market will complain. They will say men this, men that. They will shit on men, and that's where I jump in and call hypocrisy and delusion and all that shit. Because women are their own enemy. Women are the cause of their problems. Because a woman like this, she's saying, oh, if a man think like that, he's not for me. Great. Then don't complain that you get no man. Because then you say, oh, men are cheaters, men are dirtbags, men are abusive, men are toxic. Where are the good men? Really? The good men don't want to be used. Plain and simple. Good men don't want to be used. Here's the thing where personal opinion, personal anecdote. I'm talking to this girl, right? She's cute, average, nothing special. But it's just talking, nothing more. A lot of times she's texting me about her money problems. I feel bad. I feel bad for it. But I told her, we're just talking. We don't really have any kind of relationship. We're barely friends, if at all. We're in like the talking stage. So the thing I said is that I could help you. I could come to your rescue. I'm not. Because again, I don't want to be used. I don't want to, like, women don't understand. They want men for their money. They want men to invest in them. But of course they want men to invest with them without them giving anything in return. Because why wouldn't you? You get money for free. Great. So of course women would love that. But if you're a wise man, you won't do that. Giving money, giving your resources out for free, that's idiotic. And I don't do that. I've learned from my past, right? I'm no one perfect. I've been stupid, I've been a simp and shit like that. What's up, Skull? So I made those mistakes. But like I said, this is the issue with a lot of women. They're selfish. They want your money, but they don't want to give nothing in return for it. It is fine. That's what they want. But then at the end of the day, don't complain that you got nobody. Don't complain that men are crap, men are shitty, men are what. No, because it's your problem. You did it. That's the problem. That's what I mean. This is the thing with women. They seem to be ignorant to how men are, or they act ignorant. Because yes, most men are not just doing things for women because they like their company, not just their company, right? At the end of the day, men will do shit or will do whatever because they want the box. They want sex.
Another question. All right, these are men. I think Valdez Brown said, "Ma'am, you're 51, no ass, no cash, somewhere over the rainbow."
Okay, that's their opinion. That's fine.
Okay. William Morris said, Why not have sex before marriage at 51 and you already have 2 children? What's the point of getting married at that age?"
Well, the children are not little. They're 26 and 17. I was much, much younger, and I was
26 and 17. 17 at 51? They're not, I mean, a 17-year-old, I mean, I guess.
I was married with my first child, who is 26. I was 25. I haven't had a child in 17 years. She's be 18 in a few months. So I'm not out here just having babies and having sex. I was in relationships, one married, one was for 3 years before that had happened. I just choose at this point in my life That's the choice I make, that I don't want to have arbitrary sex or casual sex or anything like that with anybody. I'm not saying I've never had sex outside of marriage. That's just a choice I've made in my life for me at this time.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I think we got all. We're going to end there. No more questions for her. No more questions for her. You gave out your contact. All right, baby girl. Will you keep me posted?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye. Okay.
Absolute absurdity. But great showing of how selfish women are. What do you guys think? Okay, so we are going to react to some TikTok videos. Oh, you know what? Sorry. All right, so let's react to some TikTok videos. Let's start with this one first.
The simple fact that women do not owe men a single solitary thing. I don't owe you my phone number because you came up to me, because you complimented me, because you were nice to me for 4 seconds. I don't owe you anything. Okay, I can reject you for any reason. It could be no reason at all. Maybe I'm not interested. Okay, it's fine for me just to not be interested. I do not have to give a reason for saying no to you. Which also brings me.
Correct. Absolutely correct. Women don't owe men nothing. But let's not be hypocrites or delusional, because it's not just a one-way street. Men do not owe women nothing. Men do not owe women protection. Men do not owe women provision. Men do not owe women to be a gentleman. Men do not owe women a seat on a bus, a seat in a, I don't know, train. Men do not owe women to open women's doors. Men do not owe women to be nice to them. So, great. I agree. Nobody owes anybody anything. You don't have a right to someone's time or whatever. You're not owed it. I agree. So, because we talked about that, let's check this one out. Now, I couldn't find the original video, so there's some other guy talking, but it is what it is. It's fine. He says he has some valid points, so all great to the creator.
Exchange for friendship.
Now this is the end of her video, and she is 100% correct though. But let's see how we got to this point.
Man refused to walk his friend back to her dorms when she felt unsafe, all because she rejected him once. In his Reddit post, the man explained that he'd been friends with a woman named Annie for the last 3 years. On a typical Saturday night, he, Annie, and some of their friends would hang out, and then he would walk her back to her dorm before heading back to his dorm. However, about a month ago, he realized he had feelings for Annie and asked her out on a date. She friend-zoned him. It didn't bother him too much, however, he did want to cut back on their friendship a bit.
So far, is everything good? Let's continue.
But he has stopped walking her back to her dorm. The first couple of weeks, she walked on her own. One week, she asked him to walk her back because she was scared to walk alone at midnight, especially while drunk. He told her to get an Uber or to ask someone else because he was too tired.
It's a very sensible response. He has no obligation towards her or no responsibility for her. I'm tired. Get an Uber. I'll holler at your homie.
While it's understandable that he would want to cut back on their friendship a bit after being rejected, a friendship shouldn't be conditional on romantic interest and reciprocation.
But risking literally our lives and our well-being is. I had a job where I had to leave so early in the morning that some people from the clubs were still coming home. So that's how early I had to leave. It's still technically nighttime for some people. So I had me a pocket knife so I would feel safe. Just having the pocket knife made me feel safer. Those women want to use us like pocket knives. They just want to feel safer. Nothing is going to happen to her. I work at a college campus. Nothing's going to happen. She just wants to feel safer, which is literally using him, and he gets nothing in return. No thank you.
He suddenly stopped.
And this is a thing where friendship is different than using somebody. a friendship, you're not owed someone's time. This is the thing. Friendship, it's like have it in reverse, right? Women like this would not be complaining if it was a man asking another man to walk him to his dorm, which is weird, but it's whatever. And the other man said no. No one will complain. No one would say this man is making a friendship conditional. No, it's that you're not owed someone's time. Even if you're their friend, you're not their boyfriend. You're not their love interest. You're not someone on the level of, you should put in the effort, but you're a friend. If you want to, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. This is the thing with women. It's not even her best friend. They're not best friends. They're friends. And with college friendships, a lot of them are kind of like acquaintances at best. But you're friends. You're not owed this person's extra effort. He has to go to her, go walk or Uber to her, and then go with her to where she is. Then he has to go back to his place. Why is a woman owed that effort? This is the thing with the insanity. Why should you be given that amount of effort? If they don't want to, they don't have to. And you shouldn't be expectant on that person to do the extra mile for you. That is ridiculous.
Caring about her safety and well-being because she didn't return his romantic feelings.
Exactly. That's the deal.
He is not, she said, the safety and well-being. She's not owed that. No woman is owed men's protection. You don't automatically get it. It's not a right given onto you. Strangers are not born or there in life to always protect you. Men even know this. I'm not expecting or looking for another man to protect me because his life, is not more important than mine, or I don't expect him to give his life, his safety, to protect my life and my safety. The audacity, the selfishness, the entitlement of any woman to think that, this man, whether he's friend or not, should protect me, should put his safety on the line for my safety. Absolute selfishness.
That's how it works. Glad to see you finally understand that.
Man has been accused of exhibiting nice guy behavior, acting kind, but then believing he deserves a relationship in return for his friendship. People on Reddit called him out.
Nice guy behavior? When he has boundaries. He's not. This is the thing with women. Women where they fudge the thing where nice, good guy stuff. So a good guy would do that? It's like you are breaking his boundary. He's not going to go above and beyond for someone he's not in a relationship with. That's his prerogative. He has the right to do that.
And if he was truly friends with Annie, he would still care about her safety.
Fellas, that's a manipulation tactic. Don't fall for that bullshit. Don't be guilted into doing some shit you don't want to do. The same way if a man will try to guilt a woman into giving access to her body, then he's a creep. The same energy applies. Do not fall for this, fellas. Do not fall for that.
He's more than welcome to work through his feelings, but that doesn't justify his actions and his complete disrespect towards Annie.
Repeat the word usage. Disrespect towards Annie? How is that disrespectful? She doesn't give him access to her heart or her body. He doesn't give her access to his protection. That's the deal. It's not disrespect. That's life. Don't fall for this bullshit, fellas.
He blatantly showed that their friendship doesn't mean much after his ulterior motive was void. Gentlemen, don't be back.
This is the thing. Her friendship does not mean extra effort from him. I mean, maybe if she said, okay, you just stay on the phone while I walk, he probably wouldn't do that. He probably would do that. It don't mean just because you're a friend with somebody, they should do extra effort for you. You're not owed someone's effort. You're not. If they give it to you, great, to show us a sign of how much they value you, awesome. But again, it's on their prerogative. It's them feeling how much they value you. Obviously, this man's like, friendship is like, there's levels to friendships. It's not his best friend. So this is, and this is the insanity of it. Women are owed men's protection and effort, but men aren't owed women's bodies. This is with women. This again another sign of selfishness, pure utter selfishness. The audacity to think that you are owed men's effort and protection, while men aren't owed nothing from you, right? Like the first woman I just showed. Men are not owed. I mean, women don't owe men nothing, which is fine. I agree. But why are men owed something? Why? Because even if you're a friend, because that shows you how valuable a friend you are. When you are so entitled, you think you deserve, you are owed someone's protection, someone to put their life on the line for you. Because yes, even though most likely nothing will happen to her, but if the one chance that something does, he should put his life on the line for her. Why? Why should he risk his life for someone that didn't value him all that much? Yeah, she valued him in friendship, but did she value him in friendship, or she value him to use him? This is the thing. Is she valuing him as a friend or as a tool to be used? Because this is the thing. She's not calling him all the time to like, yeah, let's go hang out. Let's do this. Let me see you. Let me hang out with you. Let me be around you. No. She's calling him when she needs something. Is that friendship? This is the audacity, the selfishness, where it comes from a woman, where you don't see that. Here's the story of she's calling him when she needs him, not calling him to just hang out and have fun together. No, she went out and have fun by herself or with other friends, or I don't know if she went, because it's weird she's on her own, but she went out, have fun. When she needs him, she's calling him.
Guy.
Don't be that guy to fall for that bullshit, right? This is the end of our video. This is what she said. She doesn't owe you anything. We don't owe you our protection. If you aren't our family or our woman, we don't owe you anything. Don't fall for that bullshit, fellas.
And that's the absurdity of women. That's the selfishness of women. And they can't even see the hypocrisy of it. This is why one of the things why the soft guy era has been created, to show you the women's hypocrisies, to show you the women's delusions, where if men are soft guys, women are outraged by it. But it's fine when women do it. The absolute, utter double standards. The double standard. And this is the thing. Women are fine. Women are so utterly fine with double standards when it's for them, when it benefits them. Right? When it benefits them, women are fine with double standards. It's fine for men to risk their life for women, but oh, God forbid, men want women sexually. That's creepy, right? But hey, men should put their life on the line for women. That's fine. That's gentlemanly. That's honorable. Absolutely disgusting. And this is the thing. More reasoning to show you how women view men as expendable objects, tools to be used, as nothing. You have no value to me unless I can use you. That's it. Because this is the thing where people don't ever see it. And I think it's utterly disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. What do you guys think? Okay, here's another story, right? I may end it on this one, right? But here's one story that I wanted to talk about or, react to. So let's react to it.
Tonight I spoke with the attorney who represents the man who was accused of attempted kidnapping in this grocery store parking lot. That attorney tells me that that woman's story never added up and that the update in this case is better late than never. 41-year-old Daniel Pearson is home with his family tonight, out of jail after the Bucks County DA says he was wrongly accused of attempted and kidnapping. This is the woman who accused him of those crimes, 20-year-old Angela Yurimova. Police in Middletown Township said Yurimova called them on the night of April 16th, claiming a man grabbed her in the parking lot of the Redners off Lincoln Highway and attempted to pull her pants down while he carried and pulled her back toward his truck. Yurimova said she was able to break free and that he drove away. Police used a license plate reader system that spotted a similar truck nearby. They tracked it to Pearson, and he was held at the Bucks County Correctional Facility on $1 million bail. A new complaint now states Daniel Pearson was charged with multiple felony offenses and remained incarcerated for a total of 31 days before Yurimova admitted to her lies. The complaint states that shortly after his arrest, officials received information from Pearson's family that warranted further investigation. So detectives reviewed surveillance video and found at no point in the video did Pearson's truck travel through any part of the path Yurimova claimed the vehicle took. Yurimova was called to the DA's office for questioning last Thursday, and because of more inconsistencies in her story, she was called back in on Friday. That's when the complaint states Yurimova admitted that she had lied about the entire incident and that no assault occurred. Yurimova said she had seen Pearson and his truck before in the parking lot of her old job and that he was, quote, creepy. All charges against Pearson have been dropped. And now Yurimova is the one facing charges. She is currently in jail and is due back in court sometime later this month. And according to that criminal complaint we got our hands on earlier today, Yurimova told police that she was going to admit to them at some point that she had lied about this entire situation. At some point she was going to tell them that before the court proceedings. She also told police that she admitted to her father that she had lied about all of this. Tonight I spoke with the
disgustingness. So, here's a woman that lied, that she got this man arrested on charges of SA. And this man, it took the system a whole month to figure out the lies. To figure out that she was lying on him. That she seen him a while ago and thought he looked creepy. So that's the validation of her accusation. Why she pretty much imprisoned him. Because he's creepy. In her eyes, he deserved to be arrested because she felt he was creepy. And he had to suffer a whole month in prison or jail, whatever, locked up. He had to suffer a whole month locked up because someone felt he was creepy, because a woman felt he was creepy. Not just because he didn't just get locked up. This is the thing where you can't understand the ramification of it. This can, and most of the times, destroyed his name. Where people will question, oh, did he do something bad? Where, who knows, being a month away from work? Because accusations of SA, you think your job will listen to you? This is the thing where no one cares about the ramifications on someone else's life. And this is the thing. This is the thing why I don't disagree that there are terrible men out there. I don't disagree that there are SA cases or actions or abuse of any kind. I don't disagree to that, but I question it. I question it so much because, in my opinion, when domestic violence, maybe not SA, but when bad things happen, I question if it's truth. Because a lot of times, I honestly believe, let's say the whole domestic violence thing, because a lot of times it's actually two toxic people are together. Like a woman being verbally abusive to a man or physically abusing him, even though it doesn't hurt, but he couldn't stand it and he abused her. It happens. And because as the man, well, your violence will show better than a woman's violence. So he's the one who's blamed or accused and all that stuff. He's the one who suffered the consequences of his action, while the woman, of course, most likely not. So cases like that where, you know what, it's very blurred, very nuanced. And this is the thing where I would say, I believe a lot of times, can you believe the truth in it? Because, like, it is sad, right, that bad apples ruin the bunch. Because now, and I've seen plenty of cases of lies, accusations towards men that was proven not true, but that's lucky because of cameras. A lot of times, it might not be chosen, might not be proven. And that's the case too. It can happen in reverse where, you know, a lot of women, they can't prove that this man did it, even though he did it. It is sad, but this is the thing. Things like this, where women like this do not help that cause. Because women like this will make people question the authenticity of women's words. Because this is the thing. A lot of times, women can feel assaulted. Women can feel that this man is bad, so he deserves bad things to happen to him. Because that's the absurd, that's the insanity of it. Right? You can be verbally abusive, and then women will call you out. You get it's just these are the things that I find we are not putting. We are not waiting until it's proven correct. No, because of social media, because of public opinion, you know, that's the sad part where things will be jumped to conclusions that people made. Like I said, now we don't understand the ramifications of this to that man's life, because maybe people don't understand that how it result, you know, that she was lying. But what people do hear is that, oh, what? He was arrested because of this? He's disgusting. I should stay away from him. Job may be ruined. Other kinds of relationships may be ruined. Because, you know, people will hear, oh, what? He got arrested because of this? Because of SA? That we got to stay away from him. No caring if it was true or not. And this has happened. These cases have happened like that. So, it's just sad. It's just sad that that it's ruined, you know, the whole, in my opinion, the whole cause of, you know, women, where you can't believe it. You just can't. It has to be proven. I'm sorry. This is the problem where you can't just blindly listen to victims, because sadly, women will lie and have lied to play the victim. So this is the insanity of it. It's sad. It's really sad, you know. But I'm glad that although it took them, you know, a month to figure it out, which he should take some action towards that they did figure it out, and she's being prosecuted. So justice is being served, but again, there's ramifications that maybe can't be undone. And that's the thing. Sadly, you know, people will jump to conclusions. Sadly, a lot of times reputations may not be healed. You know, relationships may not be healed because of stuff like this. And it happens to a lot of men, more than people may believe, because constantly people think that men are terrible, men are abusive, men are always the terrible ones. But I just think it's sad. I don't know. But this is the thing where I wanted to show other people, right? The insanity. That where, you know what? It's sad, but now you have to follow the truth where it has to be proven. Follow the way of the law where it has to be proven. That's it. Innocent until proven guilty. Sad that this man had to be locked up until he was proven guilty or proven innocent, because he should have been innocent until proven guilty. So that part is sad, but things like this where we need to spread this message where you cannot blindly just assume this person is a victim, this person is the abuser. Boom. Just words alone. Boom. Let's lock him up. That's the problem. I don't know. What do you guys think? So, I think it was a decent live. You know, not as, you know, popping live tonight, but it's fine. I'm not doing these just to, you know, I don't expect a whole lot of people. So it's fine. I'm doing, like I said before, I do these videos because I want to. I'm reacting to it. I'm making the videos, so why not record it why not go live while I'm recording? But I hope you guys like it. Hope you guys enjoyed. But yeah, thank you for all the support. Thank you for checking my other videos. So it's been fun. I hope you guys have a good night. So